Guys, and welcome to another top 5. Since I did my top 5 best Disney movies, I'm going to move on and do my top 5 favorite Pixar movies. Now, you guys are probably worried at the fact that I didn't do Pixar Disney movies. That's because I wanted to do a separate list for it, and here it is. Number 5, WALL-E. Now, WALL-E is a favorite movie of mine I always had as a kid. This movie is very silent, but very cool, because it's a very different movie. It moves at a very slow pace, but it's a very different story. In a way, it gives a good lesson about nature and how to take care of it. I just love the lesson it teaches, and the relationship between WALL-E and Eve is adorable. I think it's an adorable movie, and it's worth watching because it's a good lesson, and I like how it's so silent and it treats the audience with slow pacing, and that it can get to this message in its own different way. Number 4, Monsters, Inc. Monsters, Inc. was one of my childhood favorite Pixar movies. It was one of my favorite ones because of how funny it was, and the story. I love Boo because she's so cute. And Mike was one of my favorite characters in the whole movie. So I just think it's funny. Like, put that thing back where it came from also helped me. That's my favorite scene in the whole movie. I love that scene. Not only that, I recommend you guys go see the bloopers, because those things are funny too. Out of all the Pixar movies I've ever seen, this is the most funniest Pixar movie ever. Number 3, Ratatouille. Now, Ratatouille is a very interesting one for me. The reason why I love Ratatouille so much is because, well, I guess I just love the character, Remy. Remy reminds me a lot like me when I was like him when I first looked up to Walt Disney. He looks up to Cousteau just the way I do, and I connected with him so much, and this is why it's number 3 on my list for that reason. I watched Ratatouille so much, and the first time I saw it, I didn't even like it. And I saw it the second time, and I really enjoyed it the second time. I guess every time you watch it, it gets better and better. Number 2, Finding Nemo. I love this movie. It's very sad, but I love the adventure. With all the different characters you get to meet, like Bruce, the little school of fish, the turtles, Righteous Dude, and everything else. It's perfect. It's sheer adventure and sad, and it's everything in a Pixar movie that I would want, basically. I like meeting all different kinds of characters in one movie, which is pretty awesome. So, Finding Nemo is like a favorite of mine as well. Before we get to number 1, here are a few honorable mentions. Inside Out. I watched this movie a lot when it first came out, and I loved it. I watched it like 4 times. My parents and my cousins, and everybody loved it. It's such a creative movie, I highly recommend it. The Good Dinosaur. Now, I know a lot of people hate this movie, but I really love dinosaurs, and I think this movie is very cute and enjoyable to watch. I think it deserves more credit than it has. And the animation is just beautiful. Cars. This one deserves more credit too, because I think Cars is a really good movie as well. It has great music, great characters, and great atmosphere. I love the fact that it's set in Route 66. So, just the first one is pretty good. Sometimes people forget how good the first one actually is. So, if you look back on the first Cars, you might see something different. Toy Story. Now, Toy Story, it was quite an adventure for me, because I never actually owned a Toy Story copy. So I had to borrow my cousin's for quite some time. And then same goes for Toy Story 2. And then when Toy Story 3 came out, I was able to watch it in theaters. And I was able to get all of them on DVD eventually too. But for me, Toy Story was like an adventure to me. So it took a lot out of me. And for a while, when I was a kid, I actually hated the whole movie, but I learned to love it in its own classical way. And not only that, Toy Story has been with me for a long time, so it's just something that I liked on the side, and just didn't feel like it was the best, but still worth the time for me to watch. And now for number 1, Coco. I don't know what made me like this movie so much, but once I saw it in theaters, I was just saying, yes, this is the one. This is the one. For a while, I always wondered what my favorite Pixar movie was. I never could have decided on what Pixar movie I liked. When I picked out Finding Nemo, I felt like, this can't be the favorite Pixar movie. Like, is this it? Is this really the one? And then when I saw Coco, I was like, this is it. This is the one. This is my favorite Pixar movie, and it's Coco. And that's all I gotta say. It's just that this is the best Pixar movie ever. I don't know what to say. It's just the animation is beautiful. I love the characters. I love the music and everything. My brother can't watch it because he said it's way too sad for him. But maybe this video will change his mind. Maybe you can help out too. Who knows? Maybe we'll get Coco all together. But I highly recommend this movie if you guys haven't seen this movie yet. But I love Coco. It's one of my favorite movies, and I hope you guys like it too. I had to admit, when I saw it, I had to say this was the one. And that's why Coco is my favorite. It just gives me that Pixar magical delight.